The UK leaving the EU with no deal will be an absolute disaster. Here are 3 reasons why.
No deal is better than a bad deal.
We are currently the slowest growing nation in the G7. Wages have been stagnant for years. The problem is that 28% of our income, or GDP, is made up of exports. And of that 28%, 48% comes from the EU, meaning if we do have a no deal, our finances will fall off a cliff. Brexiteers argue that we can make other trade deals with other countries to make up this black hole. But what they're forgetting is that trade deals take, years and years to create, iron out and implement. And on top of that, the EU has been making trade deals with other countries for over 40 years. And academics and development economists have actually said that these trade arrangements are very heavily weighted in the EU's favour, with many actually noting that these trade deals lock developing countries into very often low-end agriculture and extractive industries. People like Rees-Mogg have said with a no deal we won't have to pay this £40 billion divorce bill.
Get to no deal, they're the ones who are in the briny, so to speak.
But it looks like we're going to have to pay this regardless, and in the whole scheme of things it's going to be pittance. For all the EU's flaws, one thing it does do really well is provide very safe and high quality food standards and regulations. If we were to say make a trade deal with the US, like a lot of conservatives are calling for, what often happens in trade deals is that the smaller country will adopt the larger country's regulations, which would mean none of the same protections that we have right now, such as the potential for chlorinated chicken, hormone-induced beef, and animals which are, say, used 5 times more antibiotics on. A trade deal with the US could also pave the way for US healthcare giants, potentially doing stuff like accelerating privatisation and lifting caps on drug prices. Despite claims by conservatives that technological solutions will mean that there will be no hard border.
We want to have effectively an invisible border between the north and the south. Now, there are technical ways of doing that.
Leading academics and research have actually said that although technology can potentially improve the efficiency and speed up stuff like border check, it doesn't stop the need for a border completely. It would still entail stuff like checks and inspections. It doesn't actually make the border frictionless like these Brexiteers are saying. And this would obviously go against the Good Friday Agreement.